Morning, guys. So I've been talking about this video for a while because there are some things that are going on right now in the communications field that are absolutely game-changing, that change everything about the way we communicate and get information during emergencies. So before I begin, I'm not going to make this a long video. I'm going to run through it real quick. If I forget to link anything, down on at savageprepping.com, I should have linked to all of this stuff, and if I don't, please drop a comment down below and let me know if I forgot to link something. Also, if you're not a subscriber over at How To with Doc, we're doing our customer appreciation giveaway. Every year we do it. This year we're doing $3,000 cash. We were going to do a Realmore or a Toro. We decided just to do $3,000 cash. Just subscribe over there and get on the email list at How To with Doc. It's not a marketing list. It's just an automated system that when I post up a new video or post over there, it tells you. That's it. Okay, so what's so groundbreaking? Satellite technology has really started to take over a lot of communication. So I'll give you an example. If you go back over the past few years and you look at a lot of the prepper videos about communications, you're going to see something. A lot of military guys talk about something. We talk about something called PACE, which is an acronym for primary, alternate, contingency, and emergency. So what are those levels? So what happens when your primary, which is probably this, a cell phone or internet goes down? How do you deal with that? So that's what we'll kind of do. We'll break this down into that level. I'll go over a few different things, and we'll talk about Wi-Fi, and we'll talk about cellular, and we'll talk about basic communications. Okay, so first, let's just talk about basic communication. So on my property, which is a 40-acre property, or if you wanted to do, within half a mile, we use these things all the time. These are a great set of radios. This is a little charging stand. You plug in, you charge them up, and they have a real good reach. I would say it's at least a quarter of a mile with trees around. If you don't have any trees around, they say that you can shoot probably 1 to 2 miles with these things. But I have at the beach, we tested these. We went up to the top floor of the beach house, and I had someone ride a bike all the way down to the beach, and I tested these. These are pretty good. Basic, just walkie-talkies, radios, really like these things. Now, let's talk about Hurricane Helene. During Hurricane Helene, now I did a video about food, preparation on food, and easy ways that you guys can go to Costco or Walmart, make up these bins, go watch that video. Watch the food preparation video. You can have a month worth of food for a couple $100 and never worry about it, just put it away. We talked about the generators. We talked about why bigger is not better, and I showed you this little generator that'll run your TV, your internet, your refrigerator, and on 1 gallon of gas, it'll run 6 to 8 hours. And it's super quiet, so make sure you watch the generator video. We talked about things like cash. People don't think about it all the time. You have to have $100 or $200 in 5 and 10 small bills. Put it away somewhere and never touch it. Just leave it somewhere, put it with your food, because you will understand, we understand when Hurricane Helene went down, what happened when the power went down. No one was taking credit cards, debit cards, they were just taking cash. You got to have cash. We talked about gasoline, we covered all of that. But information, the wife and I, we were down at the beach house when Hurricane Helene hit, and we drove through the area that actually didn't get devastated, but actually got hit pretty hard. And there wasn't a single power pole or power line up the whole trip back. Now it's a 4-hour trip, and we were without, she was in front of me and I was in my truck. We were without cell phone for approximately 2.5 hours. And I'm gonna tell you, if you haven't been driving down the road, no GPS, no cell phone, no cell signal for 2.5 hours, it's really kind of a weird feeling. It really is. And when something like, it can be anything. It can be an ice storm that causes a major power outage for several states. It could be a solar flare. You can say an EMP. What's Putin gonna do? Who knows? EMP, cyber attacks, storms, hurricanes. I was without power for 12 days back in 1997. I've been through it, and I've been through probably something like 8 or 9 hurricanes now. But Hurricane Helene should have taught us a couple things. Information is really important. Communication is really important. When cell phone, everyone relies on this. I'm just telling you, everyone relies on the cell phone and on Wi-Fi, so that's what we're trying to fix. But here's a simple little fix for information. This is one of those NOAA little radios. I put a link to it, and you can get shortwave, You can get weather alerts, you can get NOAA, you can get AM, you can get FM, you can get anything you want. Plus, it has a light, has a little siren on it. You know, they put everything on this crap. Has your antenna, but you can actually power this thing by just winding it up. So you don't have to worry about it. You can wind it and wind it and wind it. Now the other thing is, if your cell phone dies, you can charge your cell phone from this. It also has a little solar panel. I have not tested the effectiveness of this solar panel for charging, but I'm just going to tell you that this is a must-have. You can pick up AM, FM. I've tested it up here. You pick up some great stations on it. You can pick up a bunch of information, and you can get that information and understand what's going on. That's number one. Number two, let's talk about GMRS and ham radios. Should you buy a GMRS or ham radio? Why not? These things are so cheap. I think you can get, you know, the radios like this that are GMRS or ham radios for somewhere like 50 to 80 bucks. You can put it in a closet, because I'll tell you right now, I would say 50% of the people that buy these don't know how to use them. Now, if you go GMRS, if you're going to push the talk button, you're going to have to get a license. It's $35, it lasts 10 years, and it covers your whole family. If you go ham, then you're in something different. Now you're talking about testing and more expense, different stuff. But I'll tell you the problem with these. The learning curve. The learning curve is huge on these radios. They have channels, they have frequencies, you have repeaters you're looking at. How do I scan with this? What do all these buttons mean? I hear someone on there, how do I talk to them? There are a lot of people out there that enjoy doing this as a hobby, and those are the people that will invest the time into this and understand it. I have watched a ton of videos on GMRS and ham radios, and I still don't know everything to do with it. But it's a good backup. Now this is sort of my backup, where this used to be sort of up here. Now it's way down, where if in a world event where satellites go down, if satellite network goes down, we got a lot bigger problems. That means something really bad has happened. But you could use this, you'll get information from it. A lot of people were using this and getting some information, but what are you getting? You're getting third-party information, people talking, hearing different things. So yeah, it's good, you can leave it on, but personally, I just have one and I just leave it in the closet. I just don't worry about it. I'll show you what I do like. Okay, so I have an iPhone 13 Pro Max, and this is what's changing, and this is, I believe, over the next 24 months is going to completely change emergency communications. I have ordered, this is a new iPhone 16 Pro Max. I really didn't need it, but I ordered it for you guys. And why is that? It's because it started with iPhone 14s, but really on 15 and 16 you get 2 years free satellite communication. Let me say that again. I just told that to my son. He's like, what? I said, yes. So if the Wi-Fi goes down, cellular goes down, you're sitting there for 3 days, you can actually go outside, and here's what you do. You go outside, your phone will actually understand, it'll detect that you don't have cellular and you don't have Wi-Fi. And it'll tell you, do you want to use satellite communication? Yes. You go outside, have a sky, it'll tell you, turn left, turn right, and then boom, the satellite will turn green, and now you can text. You can send text via satellite with these. So again, you may not need an upgrade. My wife hates upgrading her phone, but if you're at that point where you can get an upgrade and you want an upgrade, get a 15 or 16, and the satellite texting is included with it. Now, there are some caveats here. As an example, if you have family members that have older phones, they need to make sure their software is up to date, and add them to your emergency contact list, because that allows them to communicate better. There's a bunch of stuff to learn with this, but basically, during Hurricane Helene, if everyone had one of these things, they could literally walk outside and start and text and get information via their phone. This is incredible. So let's talk about the next level. So what were they flying into those areas for communication? They were flying in StarLink satellite dishes. So this is my StarLink satellite dish, and I'll tell you why I ordered it. Not only to show you guys, I'll do a video on it later, but this house it's pretty rural. We're 1,000 feet from the road, and I literally have an old telephone line that plugs into a modem, and I have 20 megabytes of service. It sucks. It's horrible internet. So what I did was I went and I got a T-Mobile with one of these big long distance antennas, And now I'm up to, I would say, somewhere around 150 to 180 megabytes. And it only cost me about $50 a month. So I really like my T-Mobile internet. However, what happens when cell phone goes down? That's where StarLink comes in. StarLink, you basically mount it out here and you have a one-time purchase of the satellite dish. And I think it's about $400. Then it's $120 a month right now, I'm dating this video, for unlimited internet. And I should be able to pull, based on the testing that I've seen so far, somewhere between 150 and 250 meg. That's great. That is awesome. If you have an iPhone, you can text and you can call via Wi-Fi. So just because the cell phone is down, the satellites have not fallen from the sky as of yet, you can actually text and call via your internet here. Now, if you watch our other video, the little generator, the little miser generator that I have, when we had a blackout down at the beach house, we were running our Wi-Fi, we were running lights, we were running our refrigerator, we were running all that stuff based on that little miser generator. And that's what you can run. So let's go back to Hurricane Helene. Hurricane Helene hits, not the flood area, just the other areas. Hurricane Helene hits and you're without power for 7 days. You only have you have 2 or 3 5-gallon gas cans. Get that little generator. You have plenty of gas now with it. You can get your refrigerator cooled down. You can run your Wi-Fi and you can get all the information you need. Now, let's go to one more level on communications. And I have Google TV. Excuse me. I have YouTube TV. I love YouTube TV. At first, I didn't like it because it was just different. But now that we have it, my wife loves it and I love it. So with YouTube TV, I get all my stations, including local stations. It actually senses where you are. So I go in here and I change it, it'll sense where you are and you get your local station. So we actually use it down the beach house as well too. So when I'm down at the beach house, I just have to go in and I have to change my locale, or it'll automatically detect my locale and I can get those local stations. But I get ESPN, I get all the channels, I get everything I want, plus it has a fantastic storage system in it. So if you have favorites that you want to record, you just do that and it like never fills up. It almost never fills up. And that's one thing that's great about it. So you can have 5 accounts on there and each person has their own account. And that's what I like. So I have my own stuff saved. My wife has her own stuff saved. It's fantastic. Is that you can get the YouTube TV app. So now you've got StarLink satellite and you're on here, you can actually watch YouTube TV, you can watch all of it on your phone. And if you have a TV that allows you to do Apple Play, I believe it's called, where you basically project it onto a TV, now you can project it onto a TV if you want. I'm just telling you, it's a fantastic system. I believe YouTube TV is about $79 a month. But again, you get 5 people that can actually use it. As a matter of fact, I think Ryan, who doesn't live here anymore, is still using our old YouTube TV account. So wherever you go, you can log in and you can use your YouTube TV. That's what I love about it. You don't have to worry about boxes or anything. It just runs Wi-Fi. All your TVs connect to it. It's real simple. So we have sort of solved, between satellites and between internet TV, we have basically solved information and communication. And I hope this video really has helped, because these are technologies and there's more coming, because Tesla's coming out with a phone and I guarantee you that will have satellite capabilities too. But I just prefer my iPhone because all of my family has it. It just makes it easier. I hope this information has helped. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below and make sure you go over to How To with Doc and make sure you subscribe over there. I'll talk to you later.